Did anybody know about the C19 Atlas? I know everybody's talking about this 3i Atlas, but does anybody remember C19 Atlas that was out in 2020 when C19 was going on and we were on lockdown? I'm trying to figure out how does that atlas correspond with this one, but I wanted you to take a look at this video from an astronomer that I was following back then that made me start looking at comets differently after he showed how they were acting on video.
What is around the comet Atlas? I don't know which stars are that. This is from the between Big Dipper and Camelopardalis. I'm not very familiar with the stars inside of these constellations. Oh, look at that here. This is the second time that it's happened. Have you seen it? First, look at that here. Look at how it's moving left, right. What the fuck is this? Look at that thing. It's going left and right. Look at that here.
Yeah, so his name is Igor and he's from Croatia. His YouTube channel was Against the Grain. Yeah, just on YouTube, but it's no longer there. They shut him down. He was at one point predicting natural disasters that were happening, like all these earthquakes and things that were happening all over the world. And he was basically predicting them based on the things that were going on in the sky, all of these comets and all of these things that were flying through. He started correlating the two and noticing that anywhere that they traveled, they were bringing natural disasters. And yeah, they shut him down, told him to stop doing it. Like, it reached a point where he doesn't even have the videos anymore. So I'm happy that I recorded that because it's nowhere to be found now. But you can see, to me, it looked like these things had consciousness. I wasn't thinking of them as alien ships back then, but now, you know, people are thinking that, you know, if something alien-wise does happen, that it's the government, but I don't know. Yeah, and also it's the names that got me. Like, how do you have, in 2020, while we're going through C19, you have C19 Atlas. This one's 3i Atlas, 3rd-eye Atlas. Like, is it bringing certain consciousness down? Also, does anybody remember the video that Aline Bay did with Brother Panic when they were talking about Betelgeuse, and that star bringing down certain energies, and they were talking about Judy K. King and Balls of Fire and, you know, the Phage Lambda. I don't know if you know about that, but go look up Judy K. King, Balls of Fire, and she'll explain it in that video. I'll see if I can find it to insert it in here too. But I started thinking a certain consciousness is coming down with these comets is what they're bringing. Like, that's why they had us on lockdown during C19. And now, well, now we're just on government lockdown, but who knows what's to come.
Ordered. And scientists called it junk DNA. They also called it a cemetery of viruses. But actually what they learned was this 98% non-coding was from our microbial ancestors, viruses and bacteria along the evolutionary path. So the non-coding DNA is simply switched off. And scientists are realizing now that it's actually a helpful DNA toolbox for some yet unknown purpose. So the question is, can the non-coding DNA be switched on for evolution? But before we get into that, I just want to talk a little bit about the bad connotation that microbes have, because I was affected by that when I created the thesis. But they can be classified as the good, the bad, and the ugly. Ugly viruses are like Ebola and H1N1 strains of the flu. Bad bacteria cause disease. But there are good viruses, and these are called bacteriophage. They kill bad bacteria, and doctors actually prescribe microbial cocktails for people with bacterial infections, and you just simply drink it. These bacteriophage are known for being gene swappers, and they promote evolution. Now, the technical name for swapping genes around is called horizontal gene transfer, and the biologists believe that this is how the microbial genes entered our genome. And regarding sex, biologists look at sex differently. Of course, we have human sex, but they consider the transfer of DNA between any two species as sex. So a virus has sex with a bacterium, a virus has sex with humans because they're exchanging DNA. What the ISIS thesis proposes is that the non-coding DNA can be switched on at a human death so that we can evolve. Okay, now we talked about Jacques Monod, and here, he is one of the individuals that picked phage lambda out of a French sewer and won the Nobel Prize for analyzing it. But at the top here, you have what I call the fairy boat phage. It's the sun god from the ancient Egyptian text, the Amduat. And as you can see, he's encapsulated by a serpent. They're almost centered. But this